Hello and welcome to the Gaming Kin podcast. As always, I am Jack, and with me is Mark.
Hello.
And we're technically covering day 2 and part of day 3 in this podcast because it was way too late to record the podcast last night.
In other words, we were shard as fuck, basically.
So we're going to cover Microsoft and Bethesda from yesterday. We both missed Devolver. By the time I got around to starting to watch the Devolver press conference, it wasn't on. I couldn't find it on YouTube, and I found it on Twitch. But when you're watching live on Twitch, you can't backtrack.
Right, okay.
So I came in at the last 5 minutes of the Devolver press conference, and there was lots of blood.
That was it.
Because Devolver, and we're also going to cover SquareEnix because we've just watched that as well. So we're going to do part of day 3 as well.
Yep.
We'll cover Sony and Ubisoft, which are on after we've recorded this.
Mm-hmm.
We'll cover them tomorrow before the Nintendo conference.
Yeah.
And then we'll watch Nintendo, then we'll do the Nintendo conference.
Yeah, sounds right.
Sounds right? Sounds good. Fantastic. So, Microsoft, that was the first one yesterday. They said they were going to do 50 games. 18 of them were exclusives, 15 of them were world premieres. Some of them were both, but I only managed to count 29 games.
Because they did speed through really many trailers for a good chunk of them. So you're like, was that one of them or?
So what I'm going to do is we've noted down ones that we were particularly interested in, or particularly there was enough to talk about.
Not to say all games weren't good, but obviously each to their own. So these are ones that were wow, it does.
Yeah. Also, some of them are ones where we might not be particularly interested in them, but there was a lot more to talk about with them.
Obviously, there's big standing points people want to talk about. Whether we like or not, it's not near here or there. But obviously what we felt was the big things to discuss. Yeah.
But I mean, when it's games we're interested in, it's a lot easier to discuss them.
A little bit,
I must admit. So the first one that I've got marked down that's worth talking about was one that we're going to kind of glance over a little bit just now, because we will be talking a bit more in depth about this one later on, and that was Fallout 76.
Yeah.
Because Bethesda was right after Microsoft, Todd Howard came on and he told us...
Didn't do a show, man. God damn, he walks in the show and that's it.
He was telling us it's going to be a prequel of the Fallout series, and it's going to be 4 times the size of Fallout 4. That got me pretty excited. They told us nothing about gameplay, nothing about anything other than how big the game is.
But to be fair, it does. The size is necessary for the scope of this project.
Yeah, I mean, Todd Howard is the man.
Yeah, he definitely sounded it. Jesus, I've never seen a more confident guy.
Oh yeah. So we'll come back to that when we're talking about the Bethesda conference. But now the next game that was on the list to talk about was Crackdown 3.
Oh, Terry Crews. You gotta love Terry Crews.
That game looks amazing with the superpowers and the fully destructible environments and just the cartoony nature of the game as well.
Yeah, I just want to hang out with Terry Crews, not gonna lie. If you got him as a character to talk to in it, that'd be amazing.
I'm quite looking forward to that. I might need to get an Xbox.
That's the downside of that damn conference.
In fact, I might be able to just upgrade my PC a little bit and play it on that.
Show off, you bastard.
You also had Nier Automata becoming. Hold on. This was mentioned elsewhere. Become as Gods edition.
Yeah.
It's an Xbox exclusive release because it's already out on PlayStation and PC.
Yeah.
It comes with all the DLC
and a bit of a tweak here and there just to make it more
No, it's
Was it?
it's the same game because Nier
No,
Automata only came out like a year ago.
Yeah, I'm sure it was said that we were going to do little tweaks here and there, like just superficial ones.
It might just be like bringing it up to 4K,
Yeah, I think that was it.
but they're nothing worthy of noting tweak-wise. Tweak-wise, unless you are all about having 4K visuals on every game.
Yeah, I wouldn't notice half the time, not going to lie.
So yeah, that looks good. The Metro Exodus trailer.
See, this is what surprised me. As much as I love, for instance, like Fallout 3, that was my jam. 100 hours, loved it. Fallout 4 let me down because I cannot be bothered caring for a bunch of fuckers. I don't
The
want to build a
settlement
camp.
needs your help.
I don't want to build settlements. I want to build camps. I want to go kill things, level up, and be a boss. Now, Fallout 4 let me down, but this Metro game looks amazing. This is what
Yeah.
I wanted Fallout 4 to be.
Yeah, this is just pretty much a straight shoot,
Yeah, like
straight up shooting game.
looks like fully customizable weapons.
Yeah.
Dark, scary environments. Fucking like I don't know zombies. What it is? There's big fucking things with wings. It looks insane. It looks amazing. I want it.
Yeah, as like because me and Mark were saying like being mostly RPG fans and not playing much in the FPS range. Metro Exodus and Battlefield 5.
Yeah, we're kind of slowly changing our minds a little bit.
Those are games that, while not in our wheelhouse, we are definitely looking forward to.
Personally, Metro over
Yeah,
Battlefield.
definitely. That is a given. But those are two games that are starting to change your opinion on the FPS genre.
Yeah.
Mostly because it's not as. I don't think FPSs are as good as they used to be. Because I remember playing Unreal Tournament and the original Doom and Castle Wolfenstein.
In other words, you just love insane weaponry. That's it. Don't lie, it's just the big guns, man.
Well, there wasn't so much of that in Wolfenstein or Doom because it was your standard pistol, machine gun, not sniper rifle, shotgun. So it was just, I don't know, there was simpler back then, I guess. Maybe it's just me. Hold on. Hi Harry, we're in the middle of a podcast.
Okay.
What's up?
I can give you a microphone if you want to join us.
No, I'm playing Fortnite.
Fair enough.
Hi.
Right, hold on.
He says hi.
Right, we're not at this part of the podcast yet, but I want to get your opinion. Come down to Mark's mic a sec.
Son of a bitch.
Well, I'll bring the mic up a bit. What did you think of Square Enix's E3?
Thought it was quite good.
Talk into the mic, mate.
I thought it was quite good.
You thought it was quite good. I thought,
Don't.
well, can we just jump straight to our opinions on Square Enix's E3? Just while Harry's here, because I liked it, but I was underwhelmed because I didn't want FF7R to come up, which it didn't, but I wanted more on the Avengers project.
What do you thought about the Monster Hunter?
I think that's really great.
14?
I'm really excited for that. I really need to get my sub back for 14.
On the fence, man, on the fence.
Well, it's alright. But I
Oops.
don't play 14, so that's my.
It looks good, but I don't play 14 and don't play Monster Hunter, so I'm kind of like,
I would definitely be more excited for it if I was actually up to the current point of the story, because I've missed a couple of story patches.
Go catch up.
Yeah, so yeah. But we're currently talking about the Microsoft press conference yesterday, and we're just mentioned we're just about to mention Kingdom Hearts 3.
do.
Seen the two trailers, both of them look really good.
2 trailers?
It's the same trailer, but they add stuff in and
Yeah.
mix up in the really nice one.
Yeah, there's
Oh, the Ratatouille bit.
yeah.
I thought that was added. I was a little confused for a second. Like, I didn't see it yesterday.
And you had wee bits here and there.
Yeah, it does look really good.
You had what was it? With that what was it? Sid's bit. What was that? I can remember.
What with that when like Mickey walks in with a guy and then
Yeah.
everyone goes mental and he's like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, that looks cool.
Oh, the Axel and Carrie.
Yeah.
At the end.
Well, I figured those two were main characters for some reason.
But no, I'm quite looking forward to that as well. So the next game on our list is one kind of more I wanted to mention rather than yourself, and that is Forza Horizon 4.
Snore. And everyone leaves.
Bye, Harry.
Bye, man.
No, I like a racing game. I'm playing the crew just now.
Bro, it's racing games, and as well this one looks very pretty, I'm not seeing a point to it. You drive around the countryside and do shit.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's it. Just because you've got the challenges, and you will have certain races you can do, and it's about doing that in a social environment because it is a shared world, and seasons are going to affect everything. There's going to be world events, and the fact that it's set in Britain is really cool. To me, like an open world Britain racing game.
Admittedly, it says you can go through Edinburgh, but I'd rather go for through Glasgow and see if you can see any junkies.
Oh, you'll be able to do that.
Sound.
You might not be able to see junkies, but you'll be able to go through Glasgow.
Nah, I'd just be like, alright, yeah, bam! That's what I hope for. To get the real, authentic feel of it.
I'm just getting like scene from the In-Betweener stuck in my head, where you drive by in the car, roll down the windows when you come to a bus stop and shout bus wankers at folk.
You have to say it properly. You didn't say it properly.
Bus wankers!
Close enough. I don't know, like, for me, the whole point of a racing game is it's not like travelling to races or whatever, it's just, well, basically my ideal racing game is always going to be Burnout.
Yeah.
Start a race, knock some fuckers away, destruction, joy was had by all.
But I like, with the open world racing games, like Need for Speed, The Crew, the new Forza Horizon, I like the exploration and seeing that kind of thing. I don't know, maybe it's just me.
Yeah, I think so. Like, for me, this looks like a real life version of the movie Cars. But instead of, like, obviously cartooniness and fun, it's boring and rain and cold because it's Britain.
So, got some Microsoft have acquired some new studios.
Just a few, you know.
Just a few.
Only like, what, 5 or 6?
5.
5? Fuck
So,
hell.
Initiative, Undead Labs, Playground, Ninja Theory, and Compulsion.
Yep, okay.
So, I think that's going to be great because they're good studios. So it's good for Microsoft to have them under the belt because they are kind of struggling at the moment with exclusives,
Alright,
like
yeah.
first party games.
Mhm.
So it means they'll get more because their first party games are generally really, really good. They're generally some of the best first party games out. But it's the number of them compared to what Sony's pushing out, and neither of them have anything on Nintendo.
Yeah, but both of them are better than Nintendo.
I still like Nintendo games. Okay?
You can like them, but don't think they're better.
Sheer numbers.
So what was it you said earlier? Quality over quantity?
Yep,
Yeah.
quality over quantity, but most of the Nintendo games are fantastic.
No.
I think so.
Good for you.
There was one that you particularly wanted to talk about. We Happy Few.
Well, it looks like one of the most insane games I've seen yet. Like, obviously, if you've seen the trailer for it, you know it seems like this in this, like, dystopian, I guess it's a past, really. I think it's like in 1980s.
It looks kind of 1960s.
1960s, whatever. Basically, Beatles era. I like to go for that. And it just looks insane. It's like, from what I've heard about it, apparently, I think that's actual countries that decided to do something unspeakably horrible.
Yeah.
And rather than deal with it, they instead taken this drug called Happy, which obviously alters your moods, and it's got to a point where it's used so widely that it is the norm, it is the law. You take it, and then you can go on with a story. You can have this crazy prosthesis face mask on.
Yeah, it stretches your face into a smile.
Which just reminds me of the first Batman movie of Jack Nicholson. But, yeah, so you can either go along with the government kind of idea, or you can fight against it, be a rebel. But then obviously folk will hate you because, you know, you're not smiling.
Yeah.
I don't know, I can't think if this is just going to be like a pure horror type game to an extent, or if it's going to be more like a social commentary kind of thing.
I think it's going to be a social commentary.
Like, if you're smiling, that's good and great, everyone's happy. You're upset, well, motherfucker, you're gonna get until to smile. But either way, it looks insane. Graphically, it's kind of cartoony, not gonna lie. It kind of reminds me of Fable, maybe.
Yeah,
But yeah, story-wise, it looks deep, man.
it does look good. It looks like a riot to play. I've seen a wee bit of gameplay for it, and it does look really good. The next one I want to talk about is DMC5. Like I saw that, I'm a bit mixed with it because it looks like the good old hack and slash DMC that we know and love, but
It's because it's classed as a DMC, it kind of ruins it for me.
no, because like since like the original games, I've always just called it DMC.
Yeah, but the way I look at it is, it looks like a great game, and obviously you have to be aware of the fact it's a Devil May Cry continuation.
Yeah,
And then obviously you judge it in the past ones, and you're like, this doesn't feel like a DMC.
yeah.
It's
But
a good
then-
game, but it doesn't look like DMC.
Like if you
Devil
take
May
the
Cry.
original DMC games, it doesn't look as good. Like graphically and like gameplay wise,
Obviously, it's better.
it looks new and improved,
Yeah.
but it just doesn't look like it's going to feel the
Nah,
same as
it's
like
not.
DMC 1 2 4. But it does look like it's going to be a lot better than DMC Devil May Cry, the kind of new timeline.
Yeah. So it looks like it's basically, I think they're trying to look for a reinvention of it.
Yeah,
Continue it into the main line.
yeah. No, I thought that looked. It looks like a blast to play though.
It does look insane. Then there's a whole mental hand thing as well, which is pretty crazy
Yeah.
as well. And was it the fucking motor blade or whatever you
The
call
engine blades.
it? Engine blade. That sounds insane.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. The next one you were wanting to talk about was called Tunic.
Oh, is that what little fox did? No?
I think so.
It might be.
It
If I've got
looks
this incorrect.
it looks to be so.
Yeah, if I've got this incorrect, my bad. But if it's one I'm thinking of,
It is.
yeah, cool. Basically, it's this little like it's like a little sandbox kind of RPG,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah. It's not heavy in the graphics, but certainly like when you attack and stuff, it looks beautiful. You just play as this little fox dude, and then you just travel around. Admittedly, story-wise, you didn't really hear much.
I didn't pick up anything on the story from the presentation.
No, it was more like it had really nice graphics, but it was not like heavy on it. It's more like certain attacks just look light up the
Yeah.
screen and it looks beautiful. But I think it's just the novelty of playing as a little teeny weeny fox dude with a sword and going up against all these monsters. And then obviously at the end of the little trailer, they show you him climbing up to the massive mountain and meeting, what is it, a big cat
Yeah.
thing, and then it has wings, and you're like, what the hell happened? It's fucking
Yeah.
Sephiroth in animal form.
I'm going to say, right, I'm going to be nicknaming the main character Firefox until I actually find out the name.
Oh, you're lame as fuck, but still, I mean, it looks cool. It's what's it remind me of? It's my mind's going blank. Screw it.
Animal Crossing with violence.
Yeah, fuck it. Considering I can remember mine, let's go for that. It's Animal Crossing with violence. It's Animal Kingdom mixed with like 19. No,
I was
19,
kidding.
Animal Farm. That's it. Animal Crossing mixed with Animal Farm. The animals fight back.
The next one was Jump Force.
Oh, is this? This is one I mistakenly thought was going to be One Piece.
I thought this was going to be World Peace Once. Well, to be fair, I seen the Thousand Sunny after the words by Bandai Namco,
Yeah.
and I know that their next game. I thought their next game was going to be World Seekers.
Which does look amazing.
Yeah.
It wasn't announced, but we already know. It looks
So
amazing.
I see One Piece, Bandai Namco. That's exactly what springs to mind
And
straight
you
away.
wished out of here to get your brother.
Yeah, I'm still glad I did because he seemed to really enjoy that trailer.
Yeah, so what actually came on was Jump Force. How do I describe this except
It's a fighting game which is a crossover of Shonen Jump.
well, yeah, it's basically some more best titles.
So you've got, like, in the trailer you saw Naruto,
Oh yeah.
Luffy from One Piece,
Medium,
uh,
yeah.
Goku from Dragon Ball,
Chirping.
and Ryu from Death Note.
See, the last one I would have left is a little bit of a reveal. Just say, oh, and even included Death Note. But no, you jump in, man. Horrible for suspense, man. Horrible. But yeah, I mean, graphically,
It's not about suspense. It's about the facts
it's about the facts.
and a little bit of opinion.
Okay, opinion. It looks beautiful. It looks awesome.
I think it looks fantastic.
I mean, end of the day, like obviously, it's based on anime characters, so it's not like you can make it realistic looking.
Yeah.
If you do, it'll be creepy.
Yeah.
Like no one wants to see a realistic looking dude stretch unless he's Mr. Fantastic. But even then, you don't want that in the game.
No. Well, Luffy can stretch.
That's what I'm saying. No, but if you made him realistic looking, it'd be really off-putting.
Yeah. Although it does remind me of like talking about stretching and off-putting. I was watching a video of Smash Bros.
Mm-hmm.
And someone embodied it.
Okay.
So you could give anyone, like any character, another character's movesets.
That sounds really messed up.
See if you give Pikachu someone else's moveset.
I knew you'd say Pikachu. I just knew you'd say Pikachu.
Pikachu stretches and looks really, really, really fucking weird.
Whereas an actual character's body stretches to meet the body of another one. Oh no, that sounds wrong.
Like, so if you give like Pikachu Ganon's attacks,
Yeah.
Pikachu stretches to the size of Ganon.
That doesn't sound right at all.
Like pure long legs and arms and everything. It is creepy.
Ironically enough, I'd probably get me playing Pokemon again if that happened.
What did you think of Dying Light 2?
Right. Considering I can't play the first one, admittedly, because I'm a little bitch. Because that is one of those games where you think you're doing well, and then, no, it's nighttime, and you're running, and you're running, and you're running. But as my little brother told me, it looks amazing, and I agree. The second Dying Light looks insane. It's like a mixture of world building and just fear.
Yeah.
But it looks cool.
World building, parkour, zombie survival.
I didn't actually notice this myself. My little brother pointed out that we even overhauled the parkour system.
Yep.
Like it's more dynamic. You can do a lot more things now.
Yeah. Yeah, they'd mentioned that in the conference as well.
Yeah, like which considering obviously in the first one I thought it was pretty amazing. You can do all this shit and now you can do all this stuff.
I think the thing that impresses me the most about the game is every choice has a consequence.
See, ever since Mass Effect 3, I've always taken that statement with a pinch of salt because I will not be hurt again by that stupid statement.
But like watching the trailer,
yeah,
for
okay, like that
and watching
properly.
that particular part of the presentation, I see the work that's gone into it.
Mm-hmm.
Like especially when they showed you kind of one specific circumstance, like one specific choice, and then both sides of the coin.
Well,
and not so much that it changes just the story, it changes how the world looks. It changes who you're allied with, and it takes away options and adds in options depending on what choice you make.
See, that's interesting. You said allied with. What I taken from the trailer was you're fucked either way.
Yeah.
So say if you like, for instance, in the trailer, it shows you you trying to reclaim a water tower from these two vandal type dudes trying to say it's theirs. You've got two options: either take them down and reclaim it for the powers that be, which is fine. So in that case, after you do that, everyone gets access to water, nice and good. But then obviously the law comes into power, and if you fuck up, they will come after you. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's any leniency or anything. It's just more like they've got power, you don't. Regardless of what you do, you're in trouble.
However, you side with them, it becomes a black market commodity, and then you get more violence.
So I mean, it's weird. Like if you're dick and side with them, you attract more dicks. Yeah. But if you're a good guy, you still attract more dicks. Yeah. So it's really, you don't think of yourself. You need to think of the world around you. Yeah, but if they get that mechanic to work properly, which I think they actually might, because they even showing you like a time progression. Yeah. Like I think, according to the trailer, they may not like if you see like you're claiming the water tower on day 10, like day 12, and then you've seen the ramifications. I mean that's cool, man. Yeah. There was one that I wanted to mention just really quickly because we did not get a lot on it. Mm-hmm. It was just an announcement. We're getting Battletoads again. Not for I loved Battletoads. So, next is 3 games in 1. Gears Pop Mobile. Yeah, man. Gears Tactics
and Gears 5.
So much weird emotions about these ones.
I think I'm most excited about Gears Tactics.
Yeah, I mean that does look like it's gonna be basically XCOM.
Yeah.
It does look pretty cool.
Like, I never really played any of the XCOM style games until I got XCOM 2 with the free games on PSN this month,
Mm-hmm.
and I really enjoyed it.
Oh, XCOM 2 is epic until you get that damn update, and then at least for me, I couldn't play it anymore.
Oh, I can play it fine.
Did you get the update?
Yeah.
No, like aliens and that? Not aliens, the free siblings and that?
I'm not sure.
One's a full-on hunter that has to, like, tries to track you across the maps.
I just downloaded the game and played it. It came with all the updates.
I don't know, I need to check it there. Anyway, back to the main point. So yeah, you get... Was it the Tactics one? Is that a mobile game or is it a proper game?
No, that's coming out on PC and console.
Nice. But yeah, it's cool. Funko Pop we didn't really tell us much about, except a little trailery bit.
Yeah.
But that's a mobile game, yeah?
Yeah, that's the mobile game.
And then obviously you get Gears 5, which looks epic as well. Gears tend to do.
Yeah. And then they tried to close out the presentation. Everything went red, started flickering. Everyone thought, oh no, they've been hacked or something's gone wrong. And we got like the best one of the presentation, I think. Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah, okay. I was not too sure what to expect from Cyberpunk because all I ever remember seeing is that one like kind of snippet of a trailer.
Yeah.
The cyborg, whatever, getting shot.
That's pretty much all we got for like the last 2 years.
Then you get this thing and you're like, wow, fair enough then.
Yeah. No, that was a great way to end Xbox.
Kind of came out of nowhere and you're like, wow.
Because I was thinking, like, I've not seen Cyberpunk 2077 yet. If it's not in Microsoft, it's going to be in Sony.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he started saying, that's us, he started closing out, I was like, all right, okay, going to have to wait another couple of days for Cyberpunk.
But
it's fine.
no.
It looks like it's going to be worth the wait. I'll live with it. And then that happened, and I was like, oh my god, that's so fantastic.
I mean, it does look really cool. In terms of actual story, I'm not so sure what the hell you're meant to do.
No, I've got no idea what's going to happen in the story either.
It's almost like a GTA kind of feel, but like mixed with mainline assassination type shit. I don't know.
Well, it's meant to be essentially Witcher in a futuristic setting.
So that's what I tried to explain to my brother, considering he's a proper Witcher fan. So this does look like it's going to be pretty insane.
But overall, your feelings of Microsoft's press conference?
Seconds. Cyberpunk 2077, is that going to be everything or is it only Xbox exclusive?
Everything.
Thank God.
That's why it might have been at Sony's.
Ah, yeah, fair play. But yeah, just for Microsoft, it was pretty epic. Some games I didn't think I'd care about. I do. Some games I thought I'd care about. Maybe not as much, but still, yeah, it was pretty solid. Not gonna lie.
My overall feeling was there was just too much. Like, I quite enjoyed like the way other companies generally do it, where they'll show you they'll get someone on, they'll tell you like the name of the game and a brief synopsis, show you a quick trailer, and then give you, we don't know when it's going to be released yet, but we're aiming for Q2 next year, or it comes out in 3 days' time. When they give you a release date or roughly when I expect it. But I felt that they just rushed through a lot of things. Like, it was just trailer, talk, trailer, talk, trailer. And there was just too many trailers, and there was not enough substance.
See, I don't know. I think it really depends on the type of game. For instance, the only time I really cared for like the kind of build up to it was for Sea of Solitude. Yeah. Well, I think it was a developer, I'm not 100% sure, but she was just talking about it, and you can tell it was a big and emotional thing for her to do and come up and finally have a finished product. Yeah. And that sold it as well for me, not down as well as the actual game. But everyone else was just like, okay, why? I don't need you here. Just tell us the game. Go.
I don't know. Like, I just think it was just too much, and I mean, that's just me though. That is just me.
Yeah, personally, I thought it was epic. I prefer getting just smacked around by trailer after trailer, man. It looked amazing.
But then again, it's each to their own, really, isn't it?
Well, considering, for instance, Sony's one, which...
It's going to have about 7 or 8 games.
Oh, sorry, not Sony, shit. I jumped the gun. SquareEnix's one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a completely different format for their entire thing.
Which we'll get to.
Shortly.
So after that, we had Bethesda.
The fucking show that was Bethesda from start to fucking finish. Oh my god.
Bethesda has actually been my highlight so far, I must admit.
Oh man.
I've been saying in the weeks and months building up to E3, Bethesda's going to be the one to watch. Bethesda's going to be the conference that you need to see.
It was. So far, at least.
So far, I've been right.
Yeah, I mean, damn. Who else thinks, do you know what we should start off with? Andrew WK.
It's such a dated reference, though. Because, I mean, I was, 16 when they were big.
How dare you, sir? We're still big.
With what's the song? Party Hard?
That was the song that played, yes. Purely for nostalgia's sake, though, you should watch him on YouTube try English biscuits. Him trying a Jaffa cake is one of the most funniest thing ever, because he does not have an idea what he's eating. he sits and eats one and he's like, what is this interesting substance? It's got jelly. What is this thing? I'm like, dude, this is insane. What I'm finding so interesting is seeing an American try a Jaffa cake. I don't know. But yeah, no, it's just cool. And he's a fucking showman as well. I've never seen someone play a fucking keyboard so rockingly. He just fucking bouncing his fingers, going at it, like headbanging. I'm like,
you've never seen Nobuo Uematsu play?
No, I've not.
He's amazing.
I don't know.
So first up, they announced that they were going to be talking about Rage 2, and that was when Andrew WK came on.
Yeah, I mean, that was Rage 2 looks... Wow.
Like, I've only got like one sentence for my notes on Rage 2, because I was too busy enjoying Rage 2.
Yeah, it was just...
And all the graphics were, it was all pre-alpha.
Oh, that's what you kept saying though, yeah.
And it was pre-alpha stuff in the engine.
Mm-hmm.
And it just looks so well polished for being pre-alpha.
Which is really insane. I don't know, man. It just looked insane. It looked awesome.
Damn. And it just looks so much fun to play.
I don't know. I kind of feel like it's like Mad Max and Ecstasy.
Yeah.
It's like just... Oh, man.
Well, the way it's been described by sites like Kotaku, Rock Paper Shotgun, Polygon and stuff is a combination of Mad Max and Borderlands.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because it's got the kind of play style of Mad Max, with the mentality of Borderlands.
Hence Ecstasy.
So that looked great. I'm quite looking forward to giving that a try when that comes out.
Yeah, to be honest, I never realised he had powers in Rage, which adds more of an interest for me.
Well, they have moved away from the original Rage 4, Rage 2.
See, because I never really got the idea of Rage. I was like, it looks alright, but I don't want to play it. But Rage 2, I'm like, nah, geese it. Thanks.
Yeah.
Just geese it.
Then they talked about Elder Scrolls Legends, which is the TCG.
You don't have to just say the card game, but okay.
That is now coming to consoles. Like I mentioned on the podcast on Friday, that Direwolf Studios are no longer working on it, and they've got another studio. And to do that, to take over for Elder Scrolls Legends, because Direwolf have their own mobile card game coming out next month, I think.
All right.
So they say that's nothing to do with why they took that company off the game and installed a new one.
Coincidental.
But I imagine it is, but not for the reason that people would think it is.
Go on.
Like, because they made Elder Scrolls Legends so well, they want them to have full time to do that, rather than having to split between the two projects.
Mm-hmm. You're also what else they can
they're
come
not
up
going, you're making a competing card game against ours, stop working on our game. It's like, you've done such a good job of making Legends that you should go and put your full effort into that instead of concentrating on 2 projects at once.
Mm-hmm.
So it's now going to be coming to consoles with an overhauled UI and shared progression between all of your devices.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
Which will be really cool because that is one thing that Fortnite kind of needs. Or, no, it's true. Like Star Trek Online as well. Because I've got Star Trek Online on PC and PlayStation.
Yeah.
And it's not shared progress. The same with Marvel Heroes Omega.
Isn't that stopped?
I think it's closed down now. I'm not sure.
I think it goes down and start last year, man.
But no, because I was playing it like back in April.
Oh, fair enough.
So, like, it's not shared progression between different devices, and that's what those games need. And it's great to see Elder Scrolls bringing that in for Legends.
Yeah. I mean, it looks alright, but I don't know. Like, I think I'd rather play a game than a card game personally.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Yeah, no, I get that.
I know some folk obviously live and breathe for card games, but for me, I fucking stopped playing card games when Yu-Gi-Oh got
I like the occasional card game, I must admit, especially Triple Triad. It's the card game from Final Fantasy VIII. Okay, I'll let you see Triple Triad at some point.
Okay. Is that when we play with all monsters and the stars on the corners of the cards?
I think so. Probably. I'll show you.
Okay. Anywho.
The next thing they were talking about was Elder Scrolls Online. They were talking about how they've been voted the MMO of the year 3 years in a row.
Which is basically why I'm going to start playing it again. I'm not going to lie.
Which is really great because you've got a lot of good MMOs out there just now.
Mm-hmm.
Star Trek Online, Neverwinter, Final Fantasy 14, A Realm Reborn, World of Warcraft is still big. You've got, what's that one? BDO. Black Desert Online.
Isn't that new?
I think it's pretty new, but
I mean, isn't new as in you've got it and you listed?
Black Desert Online.
Yeah.
No. Yes.
Yeah.
It was part of Microsoft's conference.
Oh, right. So is that coming out? I'm confused.
I can't remember.
I just remember it was mentioned. That's what I'm very confused.
They're talking about the Xbox release specifically because it's already out on Steam.
Oh, right. So bringing an MMO. I get you now. Right. Get you. My bad.
But no, Black Desert Online is already out. And there's a new one as well, which is competing with the ESO just now, called Terra.
Okay.
And apparently that's really good.
All right.
But they were basically thanking the fans for playing it and how much they've been enjoying it and putting into it. Like Somerset just released a couple of days ago, the latest expansion. They're talking about how the next 2 DLCs. I can't remember the name of the first one, but it's something Hunter, and that's full of dungeons. And they've got Murkmire, which is story.
Oh yeah, no, I remember now. Yeah, the first one inside the Hunter one. It's basically how far can you go into the dungeons?
Yeah.
Basically, it's like endless dungeon crawling, which sounds really insane when you think about it.
It sounds fantastic. So yeah, that'll be really cool. I might get back into ESO for that. Then they were talking about Doom Eternal.
Man, that looks insane.
Which looks good. Bringing Doom, hell to earth.
It just looks mental. I think it's just the idea of, like, obviously you might see certain like markers and places. Like and you might just be fucking kicking about, and then all of a sudden you see like Eiffel Tower ruined and burning. Like, oh, I've been in France for 5 hours. Sound that kind of thing. So
they didn't give us too much on that. They just said it was a big project. They've been excited to work on it. They're excited to see what we make of it as fans.
Demons,
like
guns.
Not me and Mark specifically, but we, as in everyone who's not working on it. We're going to get more info on that, and they're going to show us some gameplay at QuakeCon in August.
Oh, cool.
And talking about QuakeCon, Quake Champions is getting an update with more, it's going to be more competitions,
Mm-hmm.
and it's going free to play for a short time as
But
a demo. But if
yeah.
you get the demo, well, they're bringing out a free to play demo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But for like the first month, I think, if you get the demo, you can continue to play it free after the trial, which is worth looking into if you're really
into.
Yeah, if you're really into Quake, or you're really into like pure FPS TDMs, team deathmatches.
Your acronyms,
Like-
screw you.
Like no powers, no kill streaks, just straight up team deathmatch. You know.
Yeah.
So that is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So they're trying to bring this into esports proper now, because Quake was the original esport,
Really?
but it's not like now, because esports are generally governed by like ESL now.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got tournaments on Xbox, PC, PS4 run by ESL,
All right. Yeah.
and Quake's not one of them.
Which is a bit weird when you think about it.
And because Epic are doing that with Fortnite just now as well, trying to bring into the esports. So
Mm-hmm.
that I'm quite excited to see where they go with that. I'm gonna if I can get it to run on my PC, I'm definitely going to give it a try.
Personally, it's not my kind of thing, but yeah, it can still appeal if that makes sense.
What was up next? Prey.
Oh yeah, Prey's getting
It's getting a massive update and some DLCs.
a little bit, man. Jesus.
So the new update gives you story mode, new game plus, and survival mode.
Mhm.
So 2 new modes, but it's going to come up on the screen as 3 because story mode is the mode that is naturally there.
Yeah.
It's getting a DLC called Moon Crash,
Mm-hmm.
which gives you a game called Typhon Hunter.
No, this sounds insane.
It's a game of hide and seek. It's 5-on-1 mimics versus a hunter.
So 5-on-1 was a 4-on-1, so it was 5 players.
5-on-1,
You sure?
Yep.
Okay, my bad.
and you can play it in VR.
Yeah, I'm not too sure how much VR is really going to add to it personally.
If you're the hunter and you get jumped in VR, it's going to be a lot more scary than if you get jumped on a screen.
Yeah, I don't know. Either way, having like a coffee cup, a lamp, a computer, a chair, and a paperclip jump at me either way is going to make me jump, regardless of if it's in VR or if it's just in general.
Yeah, I might get Prey and see what it's like. Wolfenstein was the next up.
See, that's one of those franchises where I keep saying, right, I'm going to pick up a copy or one of them, have a go, because it always looks awesome, and as even said themselves, kill some fucking Nazis. But again, I haven't done it yet. I might do this time, I don't know. Nothing against franchise, just, I don't know. But it looks awesome.
I keep wanting to play the new ones because I have fond memories of the old Castle Wolfenstein on like PC.
Ah, right, okay.
Just the same as why I want to play the new Doom, because I've got fond memories of like the original Doom games, like all the way back in they were made in 1998 or something, but I started playing them like 2016,
Alright.
not 2016, 2006 even, when I was in college. I was telling you that story when we played Unreal Tournament, Wolfenstein, Doom, and all that on the college computers.
Yeah, little rebels, yeah.
And we had LAN tournaments with other classes at lunchtimes.
So one of the cool upsides about this game is you play as one of the girls, or is it you can jump between them, or
Well, first up,
yeah, first up.
you've got the current game, Wolfenstein 2,
Mm-hmm.
is coming to the Switch June 29th.
Okay.
That was the first bit of news for Wolfenstein. And you've got 2 new games coming, Youngblood,
Yeah, that's what
where you play as BJ Blazkowicz's twin daughters,
Mm-hmm.
and that is a co-op.
Yeah.
You can play it solo, or you can play it co-op.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got the VR game, Cyberpilot,
Oh yeah.
which we'll find out more about them later. They only showed us the
Basic.
titles for them, but we should find out more about them over the coming months, because they're both due out next year.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, Todd Howard took the stage.
The man himself.
And he told us about the new iteration of Skyrim. Seriously, right? Go, but when you finish with this podcast, go onto YouTube and search for Skyrim Very Special Edition. It is hilarious.
Ironically, though, if what you got Alexa to do could be done, I'd do it, man.
Yeah. Basically, they play Skyrim on Alexa, an Etch-a-Sketch,
A fridge.
and a fridge.
Yeah.
And it's hilarious, and I would not put it past Bethesda to manage it.
Like, seriously, ironically, though, minus of last two, but honestly, if I could get Alexa to do it, I'd get an Alexa, man.
Yeah.
Actually, just so fun, just like chill, like, yep, do
Oh
this,
yeah,
do
definitely.
it. Except obviously we're Scottish, and Alexa can't understand Scottish.
It's alright. PlayStation can hardly understand Scottish. But he did tell us about what we all wanted to know. Fallout 76.
God damn is the main point. God damn.
Yeah, so as we mentioned earlier, 4 times the size of Fallout 4,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a prequel.
Well, it's not a prequel, it's
The
the
prequel.
prequel.
And it is, as we know from the trailers, considering they used John Denver's Country Roads,
Such an awesome song, not gonna lie.
it is set in West Virginia, and it uses the folklore of West Virginia. So it's going to be, I've used the term MMO light to describe it.
Really?
Kind of like GTA Online.
Ah, okay, yeah, I get you now. Yeah.
So it's an open world sandbox where you can have a couple of dozen players, not hundreds, not thousands. It's not like World of Warcraft where if you're in a town there can be like 1 million other players there at the same time. There's going to be about 32 players.
Still solid as hell, though.
So they've kept base building and all that. They've kept the building feature from 4, but it does look better because you no longer just kind of build things and then that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not doing it to keep settlers happy.
To keep yourself happy.
You're doing it to give yourself a place to kind of heal and rest, and you can build fortifications. And once you've built all your camp and fortifications, you can move it anywhere you want.
Mm-hmm.
There are some nuclear missile silos.
Which sounds insane because it is.
So if there is anyone who you're feuding against, you can fight them for control of a missile silo, and you can blow up their camps.
Just a bit, you know.
And then you can go and loot everything that's there once you're done. And it looks so much fun.
Plus, with any new addition to the Fallout franchise, you get all new monsters,
Yep.
all new threats.
All new weapons.
However, I know pointed this
I
out.
want the fat man.
I'm here. What I would point out, though, is obviously since this is the first game, chronologically speaking, he didn't say like an iconic tagline, which slightly annoyed me.
No, I'm glad it didn't.
Well, it makes sense they didn't, obviously, because war hasn't started yet.
Exactly.
Still, you're sitting waiting on it, and he doesn't say it. You're like, no. But yeah, everything looks all bright and shiny, like all the what do you call them? Armor suits again?
Power armor.
Power armor. It's a proper like old school versions as well, which
Yeah.
is insane. So if it's like you go from like 4 to this one, you're like, wow, no pointy and shit. Oh fuck. Yeah, it looks amazing.
They're hoping to get it running straight out of the box.
Hoping to.
With dedicated servers, because the Bethesda servers at the moment, particularly the Creation Club ones,
Mm-hmm.
kind of host all the mods for all the games.
Oh right, okay.
So they've got servers that are just for 76,
Mm-hmm.
which is great because ESO has dedicated servers as well.
Yeah.
But most of the servers that they have are for, Creation Club and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And they're shared between all the games that, work with it. So yeah, they have an open beta, or as they call it,
Yeah.
break it early testing application.
I love that idea.
and that is free beta. You sign up at Bethesda.net. You sign up at Bethesda.net even, and if it's on a platform that you have, do it.
Go at it, man.
I'm going to be signing up for it tomorrow.
Personally, I won't, but I will definitely hear about it from Jack.
If the beta's on PlayStation, you should.
I don't know.
We'll play it together.
We'll see.
There's a couple of collector's editions, but we got told about the main one, the big one, the epic one.
Yes.
So with this, you get the game, obviously.
Naturally.
A map of the world.
Which fucking glows.
That, as Todd Howard says, glows in the fucking dark.
For a map, it does look really awesome, which sounds really stupid as a map, but damn all, I want the map.
And it comes with T51 power armor helmet.
And it works!
It's got voice modulation and the headlamp works. It looks so good.
Looks insane.
I can't wait.
So if you already got the fucking Pip-Boy from last time as well. Oh man, you're laughing.
Yes. I need to get a Pip-Boy now.
I love it every year now they just bring out a new bit of armor, so eventually you're like, I've collected all of them, bring it.
And then the final one is a minigun.
Oh man, I'd make it.
So, enough talking about Fallout 76 and getting all hyped for it, because we do need to settle the hype a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not out yet.
Nah, not out yet.
It comes out the 14th of November this year. So we do need to kind of keep the hype down a wee bit, lest we overhype it.
Well, for me, I'm pretty chill about it. However, you may wait yourself.
I was at my sister's today, and we were chatting away, and I was like, Fallout 76 looks so good. And she went, really? I'm like, I'm hype as fuck. Like, yeah, I'm hype trained to the moon right now.
Yes, you use that kiddie lingo, dude.
Hype train to the moon.
Oh, God.
So after that, he went on to tell us a wee bit more about some other projects they've got going on.
Oh, before we forget, don't forget about Fallout Shelter.
That was the next one.
I jumped the gun, but I'm a bit happy with it.
Fallout Shelter, which is a game I've been playing on Steam and Marc plays on mobile.
Yeah, now and again, yeah.
Is coming to PS4 and Switch. Well, I say coming. It's now on PS4 and Switch.
Oh, is it on? I forgot to check.
I checked after you went up the road and it wasn't on yet.
Well, to be fair, that Command & Conquer game's still on pre-register as well. So they say it's out now, but obviously it's America and we're totally Scotland. So there you go. So
if you're not in the States, it may not be out yet, but
it's coming.
It'll probably only be a couple of days. Then they were talking about ESO Blades, which looked really good for a mobile game.
I don't know, I'm on the fence, man. I don't know.
I'm like, for a mobile game, it is really, really good. For a mobile game.
I can remember, does it have energy?
No,
so just straight up play it.
That is a full Elder Scrolls game.
Did you probably only get one game of that on your fucking phone? Like, just kind of like the graphics engine and stuff.
And I've called it ESO Blades. It's not ESO Blades, it's TES Blades.
Whatever. Point is, yeah.
Because ESO is Elder Scrolls Online, but it's the Elder Scrolls Blades. So you can play it in portrait or landscape,
which is really insane when you think about it.
Yeah. But really handy if you're sitting in a meeting, you're playing at landscape, they're going to know you're playing a game. If you're playing it in portrait, unless someone's looking at your screen, they're not going to tell.
Oh yeah, that's what he was saying yesterday. Yeah.
It has 3 modes.
Mm-hmm.
Your Abyss mode, which is dungeons.
Mm-hmm.
Arena mode, which is PvP.
Fuck that.
And Town, which is your hub, where you get your missions, you do story stuff.
But you can design it as well, yeah.
Yeah.
Fully designable. Designable? That doesn't sound right. Anyway, but yeah, you can make it look however you want.
Yep.
It's massive as hell comparatively. Plus, you can visit your friends.
Yep. They're planning on bringing it out for all consoles and VR, and it will be cross-platform.
Mm-hmm.
but it is only going to be on mobile to start with.
Which is quite bold when you think about it.
It's going to be totally free on all platforms, and that is going to start rolling out fall 2018. So, kind of October-ish, and it is currently in early access, I believe,
Not
if I
bad.
remember correctly. And then we've got two more of Bethesda, and that is Starfield.
See, I was talking to my little brother about this, right?
All he showed us was the logo.
Oh yeah,
He
he
showed
showed
us
us the
nothing.
logo, that was it. But what I pointed out to him was, from my point of view, it's like they started Elder Scrolls, right? And then BioWare were like, that looks good, we'll make Dragon Age.
Yeah.
And then BioWare jumped the gun and then went, yeah, we'll make Mass Effect. And then Bethesda's like, oh, you fucker. And now this is their fucking Mass Effect. Which is all more upsetting when you think of the fact BioWare fucked it.
Yeah, well, BioWare didn't. EA did.
Regardless, Andromeda sucks balls. However, this could be really interesting.
Oh, yes.
I mean, if you think of like just the sheer scope and magnitude of Elder Scrolls games, but apply it to space exploration.
Oh, yeah. Not just Elder Scrolls, Fallout as well. Because it has been
Oh,
coined...
yeah, I keep forgetting Fallout as well, yeah.
Because it has been coined by journalism sites as Fallout in space.
So it could be really insanely awesome.
But yeah, I'm quite excited to see where they go with that one.
I'm just really hoping it's amazing. The last space exploration game I got excited for was what was that one that bombed? They boasted you could No Man's Sky. Everyone expected this to be some amazing journey, and not anyone wanted to do it. And the planets are all named Bob Bag 666. Damn people, damn. Bye. So Starfield looks.
Yeah, but No Man's Sky could have been good, and because what it needed was the multiplayer, which is now getting with a new update.
I don't know, man.
But I think it's too little, too late for that.
Yeah, I think it's
So
gone, it's
I
past.
think even though we've got that update for No Man's Sky now, I think people are likely to hold off until Anthem or Starfield
Yeah.
rather than go back to No Man's Sky.
Personally, I would. I mean, Anthem looks amazing,
Yeah.
and Starfield's got all hype.
Well, all they've said about Starfield is it's their next gen property. It's their first original IP in 20 years.
Which is insane to think about.
And it's coming in next gen consoles. Because we know the next gen consoles are coming.
Yeah, oh
But
God,
they're not going to be
my
coming until about
wallet.
2020, 2021.
Okay, but my
At
wallet
the
will be fine.
earliest. You know? So it's good that they're starting to work on them, because CD Projekt Red's Cyberpunk 2077 is going to be next gen as well.
Oh, right.
So that's going to be Xbox 2, PS5.
Jesus, fuck, man.
You know, so that's great. Although, I'll end up... I can almost guarantee you, see when Xbox 2 comes out,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm pretty sure that's what they're going to call it.
That's a shit name, but
I'm going to start calling it the Xbox 4, because it's the fourth Xbox console.
You just confuse everyone.
Microsoft has confused all of us with their naming structure. Xbox 360, Xbox One. I seen a comment, someone saying Fallout have called their new game 76. Well, Bethesda have called their new Fallout 76. Microsoft are going to do the same. It's going to be the Xbox 76.
That makes no sense.
They were taking the mickey because of Microsoft's naming policy for the Xbox. It's just all over the map. But the last game...
Well, I mean, to be fair, you get Xbox and you get Xbox 360 isn't a revolution. Then Xbox One, because that's one full revolution.
So what are you going to suggest the next one's going to be the Xbox 720?
Actually, doesn't sound that bad.
Then followed by the Xbox 2.
Yeah, okay, go for that. Yeah, I'd go for that.
And the last game, back to topic, the last game that they announced was one that we've all been waiting for, and they told us nothing about it. They just gave us a wee shot of land and a logo. Elder Scrolls 6.
Oh, man.
Let the speculation begin.
So, ironically, I think we may have done too much if you think about it. The sheer amount of games they're trying to bring out, so much hype.
Yeah, but I'm
fuck,
excited.
man. Don't get me wrong, it sounds awesome, but at the same time, you can have too much of a good thing, man. There's so many big titles there, and you're
Yeah.
like, fuck.
I mean, like, because you've got Fallout 76,
Yeah.
Rage 2, and they're going to be big games.
Yep.
Doom Eternal is likely going to be a big game.
Not as big, but yeah, probably pretty big.
Yeah.
Then you're also forgetting one of the bigger ones as well, which was Halo, which I never mentioned.
Halo wasn't officially mentioned. It was just they showed us, like, the start. Like, they showed us Master Chief
Yeah, point is though, it's coming back.
at the start of the Microsoft, but they didn't actually do anything for it.
They give it a name.
Yeah. But the problem with Bethesda, at least, right, is they've got 3 big games coming this year for sure, right? That being, in fact, maybe not even all of them this year, but you've got Fallout 76 coming this year.
Mm-hmm.
You've got Starfield coming in about 4 years, maybe, if it's
Seriously?
if it's next gen,
Oh, fair enough, yeah. Damn.
as well as Elder Scrolls 6.
What was that, yeah?
You've got Rage coming next year.
Mm-hmm.
You'll probably have you've got 2 Wolfenstein games coming next year.
Mm-hmm.
You've got the new Prey stuff. There's just too much Bethesda stuff there.
See, now you've kind of clarified timeline, it actually might be alright then. Because I was thinking it was all kind of coming out a bit sooner than it was, but yeah, fair enough then.
But it's a lot of stuff to be bringing out, like, from one developer, like, so close together. Like, not, it's that way, like, depending on who brings out games and, like, what time frame.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because some games are small, some games are big, but Bethesda are known for making big story-driven games, you know?
Yeah.
And that's an issue. That worries me a bit, because I'm not going to have the time to play all those games.
Yeah, but you always prefer to have too much than too little.
True.
Last thing you want is to have one game every 5 years.
Yeah, but with Bethesda, that's okay, because their games are so big.
That is probably... Yeah, okay, it can take you 5 years to complete one. Fuck.
Exactly. But no, I'm excited for all the Bethesda stuff coming out. I'm kind of worried I'm not going to have the time to play it all. That is my issue, is they make games that are so big that I'm worried I'm not going to have the time to play all of them.
I suppose
That is
a
it.
concern.
Like, you could go, oh, they're only bringing out one game for the next 5 years. Every 5 years it's only one new game. I'm going to be like, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
That gives me plenty of time to play it. Because it's such a big fucking game. But yeah, that was... Like, we missed the Devolver one, so we're not going to talk about it.
I mean, because I have no idea what happened.
Exactly. So...
Could be amazing as shit, and we were like, Nicola.
It probably was.
Well, blood. That's a good thing, I think.
So we're gonna that was day 2. Anyway, yeah. Overall of Bethesda, like an overall,
What? Just final comment?
yeah,
It's fucking epic.
I'm hyped.
Dude can put on a show, man.
Yeah. I think see if we can get this channel big enough.
Mm-hmm.
We should invite Todd Howard for an interview.
Bro, you're dreaming so hard. But fuck it, I'll join in.
I think he would be great to interview. Or even, right, here's the plan. Here is the plan.
We're not gonna kidnap him.
No. We'll have, right, if we get 1 million subscribers on our YouTube, right,
Oh god, here we
we'll
go.
have a video interview. The 2 of us will interview Casey Hudson from BioWare, Todd Howard from Bethesda, and Yoshinori Kitase from SquareEnix.
Well, when you dream big, you dream fucking big.
Hell yeah. And not 3 separate interviews. One, like, show with the 3 of them, and we can, like, not talking about games that are coming out, but, like, what kind of games they like when they're not designing games, and, like, games that inspired them to get into designing games and developing games, and, you know, kind of things like that.
Well, you have fun, Flip. Fuck.
I would love to do that. I think that would be amazing.
Oh, jeez.
Now, let's get started with today's first conference, which was Square.
Narrated by Captain Anderson himself.
Yes,
That was insane.
amazing. So, first game up was Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
I don't know about this, man. Like, don't get me wrong, right? Visually, graphically, it's beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, like the engine that they use for Tomb Raider is weird because it's kind of underpowered compared to some of the other engines out there.
Mm-hmm.
But Square know how to use it
I mean, it was just wow.
because that's built using Square's in-house engine,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not as powerful as like EA's Frostbite engine or the creation engine that Bethesda use or Epic's Unreal Engine. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's not as powerful as those ones, but SquareEnix know how to use that engine,
Yeah.
and they can make it look amazing with. Because it's not even like it's not like so underpowered that it's surprising, but it's underpowered enough that you can appreciate it. Do you know what I mean?
You kind of go way too deep in the game engines, my man.
It interests me. Okay.
Okay, right. Getting back to more of a bit of nitty gritty about the actual game. Seems in this escapade, you follow Lara. Was it stopping a Mayan apocalypse?
Mayan apocalypse.
Yeah, you know, 'cause that's what you do every Tuesday. Like for an actual gameplay kind of thing, it looks insane. The guy mentioned it was you're becoming one with the jungle,
One with the jungle.
which is naturally cool. But for me, it was more like you should just watch like Predator and Rambo.
Yeah.
Fucking like doing all this crazy shit, hiding up in trees, shooting arrows, throwing balls and stuff, covering yourself in mud. It was epic. It was fun. It was full on assault mode, which was really interesting. Oh, and beneficial as well. You get various styles of combat.
Yeah.
Like it's not. I felt in the previous ones I played, it was more like you had to be all like stealthy and shit.
Yeah.
No, in this one, you're full on like bring it bitches.
Yes.
It was insane.
And you can duck out of full-on combat if you get into a firefight.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just if you run far enough away, they'll give up the chase.
So it's kind of like the whole Batman idea as well.
Yeah.
Like if you're kind of getting like, your ass kicked to fucking battle over, man. Oh jeez.
No, I'm kind of excited for this one.
Well,
More than I have been for the last few.
well, considering we've seen a bit of the trailer yesterday and that
Yeah.
didn't do it for us, then this one we're like, ooh.
Yeah.
And in fact, as we've seen, you actually get to go into tombs now.
Yeah.
So she's not just Lara Croft now; she's actually the Tomb Raider.
Well, you got to go into like tombs and stuff in the last one. It was the last couple. There's just a lot more in this one,
Mm.
and it's going to be noticeably how a lot more. It's kind of more what they were saying.
Ooh. It's looking good. I'll give you that. However, whether or not you're actually going to get to dual-wield pistols, I don't know.
I don't think you will.
Which is upsetting, because that's one of the key gameplay elements.
To be fair, I use the shotgun most of the time in it. I find that if I'm playing a game with guns, 9 times out of 10 I'll pick a shotgun.
Which is ironic, considering you are all about the skill and technique.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, man. Nothing more subtle than a shotgun.
I was quite impressed with the Final Fantasy 14 stuff.
Oh, yep.
Because they were advertising patch 4.3, which is called Under the Moonlight, and it's got a Monster Hunter World crossover.
Which does look really insane. So if you're a fan of either or both, you're a jammy bastard right now.
because I'm a fan of both.
Oh, you're a jammy bastard right now.
And I just kind of seen the samurai standing in the open, and then this wee thing come up behind it. Oh, this you seen the kind of back of this wee creature, and I was like, that looks familiar. And then you see the front, and I was like, it's a palico! Amazing!
Whereas what I've seen was, dude, a little cat warrior, and then something going up behind it. Roar. And it looked cool.
Yeah, well, the wee cat warrior is palico. That's what they're called.
Well, Cat Warrior. Damn.
Yes. Yeah, no, I'm excited for that. I need to get my subscription for Final Fantasy 14 back.
You enjoy it. I'll stick with Elder Scrolls 9 for a while.
I will enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
Next up was The Adventures of Captain Spirit.
Which, admittedly, I'm not too sure if I'd actually play it myself. I'm in the fence.
Have you played Life is Strange?
No.
It's based in that universe. It's
Yeah, it's a like, big-ass, linked monstrosity of a universe. Which is really bold when you think about it.
Life is Strange was pretty fun. I played that.
So what is the purpose of Life is Strange? Just to get a little bit of a idea.
The way I would describe it does not give it justice at all. But I would describe it as kind of a visual novel.
Ah, okay, right. So kind of like Heavy Rain kind of idea?
Yeah.
Right, okay. No, yeah, cool.
So it's gonna, because Life is Strange 2 isn't out yet.
Mm-hmm.
There's already a second Life is Strange game called Beyond the Storm, but that's not an official sequel.
All right,
It's set in the same universe and it's canon, but it's not an actual sequel.
Kind of like this then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this will give you, let you in on some of the secrets, tell you a wee bit about the story and some of the characters in Life is Strange 2.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think that's, if you are big on Life is Strange and looking forward to Life is Strange 2, this is a kind of must play.
I won't say must play, but if you're really just wanting to find out a bit more little nitty-gritty details, then definitely jump in.
Well, I'm kind of meaning must play, and if you really want to get to grips with it before it comes out.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to play it to understand it, but if you really want to know before Life is Strange, the new Life is Strange comes out, it's kind of one that you have to play.
Yeah.
That goes free 26th of June.
Mm-hmm.
And I probably download it. It's coming on PS4 and Steam.
Yeah, I might check out. Then it's free.
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna check that out. Dragon Quest XI. Echoes of an Elusive Age. Now this has been out since like September in Japan, so this is just the Western release.
Mm-hmm.
And it has a Final Fantasy Brave Exodus crossover.
Did not know that.
Yeah, it said on the thing near the end.
Alright.
Well, you were taking your notes and I was taking mine. I spotted it.
Ah, you bastard. I don't know. Main things I've taken from that is that, well, it's a Dragon Age game. Dragon Age? I wish. Dragon Quest game. So, admittedly, there's never much variation between the titles to an extent.
Well, they've been trying to make that, like, the reason this has come out so late compared to the Japanese release is because they've been trying to make it a bit more Western friendly, changing the menus a wee bit, and they've added a jump feature.
That's basic shit. I can jump now.
Woohoo! You can't jump in the Japanese version.
That sounds so weird.
Yeah, I know.
One other thing I thought was interesting was the idea they've basically bumped Infinity Gems and they've got Infinity Orbs.
Yeah.
What they do, I don't know, and it looks some spooky crap.
I'm going to guess it's materia. It's going to be a wee slight FF7 crossover.
That's actually probably a good shout, to be honest.
I don't actually know, I'm just guessing.
Oh, sounds good though.
What was next? Babylon's Fall?
Yeah, it was a big, bright, shiny MMO, I believe. No? Yes?
It looked like that. I don't know for sure.
Yeah, in terms of trailers, it was like, really not much, was it?
No. It didn't give you much. It looked good, but...
Yeah, look, it was, yeah.
But I think that's all they wanted to get across with this trailer.
Like, we're coming.
Because it's coming 2019, and that's all they've told is that it looks good.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is going to be kind of a later on update. You know, we'll get an update later on this year.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, obviously, if you maybe try and go like a name, Babylon's Fall, that sounds heavy as shit, man.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's in like the name, then it looks like it'd be good to play.
Nier Automata becomes gods.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just a re-release specifically for Xbox One because it's not out on Xbox One. It's out on PC and PS4, and it comes with all the DLC.
Yeah.
And that's June 22nd for that. That's all it really needs to be said there.
Mm-hmm.
We got to see a wee bit more of Octopath Traveler, the new Switch IP.
That looks awesome.
It looks fantastic.
It's like playing Final Fantasy VII again back in the day, but like with graphics updated, like for attacks and shit. You're like, wow.
Like I think we've spoken enough about this when we done the Nintendo Direct podcast.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna play it because I have a Switch, but if I had a Switch, I'd definitely get it.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, they were just kind of showing us a wee bit more of it.
Mm-hmm.
It does look fantastic, and that is July 13th on the Switch for that. I really hope they do a port of it for the PS4 or for Steam.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got Just Cause 4. Just Cause 4.
As I've got noted down, epic. Simple. That's all you need to know. It's fucking epic.
I've got kind of a wee bit more in-depth things here. It's got an improved destruction and physics engine. It's got extreme weather,
which I've never seen before, so that's really innovative.
Tornadoes, blizzards, monsoons.
Oh my.
They've improved the vehicles. They've updated the grappler. It's got more intelligent AI. It uses the all-new Open Apex engine, and that's coming December 4th.
See, personally, I'm more interested in the fact you can like equip balloons and shit and rockets to shit and fly
Well, you could
around.
already do rockets.
Yeah, but can you do balloons?
The balloons are new.
Oh.
And you can grapple more things with the grappler. It's got more tethers on it now.
I wonder how much is more. It'd be insane.
Well,
Their
I think
squadron of bad guys flying away. Blah.
that would be fantastic. We then got a kind of weird one with a quiet man.
In concept, it seemed really interesting. To give more idea, for the most part, it was a live action scenario. Guy goes down into alley, bunch of gangbangers tell him wrong place, go away. And then you find out the main guy's deaf.
Yeah.
And then it switches to fighting and in-game engine, and you're just kind of a bit confused. But like, if it's an entire game set with you being deaf, that could be really interesting.
It could be really interesting.
I'm not gonna lie, if it was gonna go that way, I'd rather be blind and have Daredevil. But that's just me. But yeah, I mean,
But it does. I'm not sure about it though. It seems
like
kind of.
if we make it less a gimmick and more of a
it seems like a difficult concept to make interesting, like to hold a player's attention.
Well, if we make it maybe slightly like educational, maybe.
Yeah.
Like if you're able to like learn, for instance, signing and stuff.
That would be really cool.
Like literally just as part of the game, so you don't even realise you're being taught things.
Yeah.
That could be really cool.
Yeah, no, that would be really cool. I mean, I have faith in Square Enix that they can take something as weird as this and make it really good.
So I mean, really, it's up to them. And can you maybe if it's a gimmick, which you go round the massive sprawling city completely deaf and that's it, which is different, but it could be really cool. Or we can make it literally people end up signing at you, and if you want to find out, it's like in Final Fantasy X, you had to get all
the primers.
to understand the
alphabet.
language.
Yeah.
But obviously this one, it's like you have to figure out like what each sign means, and like, oh, that's what he said, and that's how you get quests. That could be kind of cool, actually.
Yeah.
So someone signs the entire thing at you, and then you can flash back later going, right, he said, right, go kill... I was going to go kill Jack, but that's a bit of a bad idea.
Okay.
Point is, though, if, depending on how brave and innovative we want to be, it could be pretty cool.
Square Enix have the staff. Square Enix have the creativity. It's one of those things that I don't know how they would do it, and that worries me. But I know that they have the minds and on their team to do it.
Mm.
So we are going to get more on that.
So, I mean, it's either going to go down route
August.
A and be a straight up beat 'em up, or route B and be something really special.
Yeah, it depends on how they approach it. Next up was Kingdom Hearts 3.
which still looks amazing.
Yes.
I mean, I've only ever played a little bit of the first one, but as I found it yesterday, I am determined to catch up. They all look amazing.
Oh yeah, I'm excited for KH3. Like they told me they were going to have some of the Disney worlds that I wasn't expecting to have in it, like Frozen and Tangled, and I was like,
But it kind of works.
And then I seen them in the trailers, and I was like, that's actually really cool.
Like Tangled, you didn't really see much of the actual world.
No, you didn't.
But Frozen,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, I know.
Oh man, that looks so cool.
Yeah, that looks great. I'm quite excited for that. That is January. Too many J's.
Yeah.
January 29th next year.
Also, if you're a fan of Ratatouille, you'll be happy as well.
Yeah, there was a wee scene with Ratatouille in there as well.
Shit, I forgot. Apparently that's not the name of the rat, but everyone calls it Ratatouille.
It's Tui. Little Chef.
Little Chef.
That's what he calls him in the movie.
I'm sure it's an old school TV show about that.
So that was it for Square's conference.
Sadly, which...
Well, what was your overall of it?
Well, considering the proper amazing show we had yesterday, I was a bit...
From Bethesda.
Yeah, I was a bit let down because it was basically an automated thing.
It was like a Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong.
Which, by the way, you should expect that from Nintendo on Tuesday because it will be a bigger Nintendo Direct.
Oh man, it's a bit... I don't know. Obviously, if that's the way we want to do things, it's fine. Me personally, I think it's better if you go out, get people out there, talk about it, show emotion, pride, that kind of thing. Oh, as well as a automated show. Some of the titles were amazing, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Plus, there's two main titles. No, I was really hoping for a little bit of information, and we got neither.
There was one title I was hoping would be brought up, and one title I was almost certain was going to get brought up, and I was hoping wasn't getting brought up.
Okay.
Like, there was no FF7R or Marvel game, as you probably noticed. I was we really needed more news on the Marvel game.
Yeah.
We had to get something on the Marvel game, because that was 2 years ago we got that trailer.
I mean, I've been getting so much random hype. Like, someone mentioned it was going to be like a new take in the Marvel Alliance games.
Yep.
Which could be amazing. And,
someone also mentioned it's going to be a whole new RPG. Someone's mentioned it's going to be a cover shooter. I've heard rumours and speculation left, right and centre. We need something. Even if they don't tell us anything other than the genre of the game.
To be fair though, if it is proper, like a true Avengers game, and you swap between characters, it could be all those things.
Yeah.
When you play as Iron Man, that's going to be a cover shooter, man.
Yeah. We didn't get anything on FF7R, which I'm glad for.
I want even a little bit of a bigger
I
trailer.
want more information on FF7R, right? But to have FF7R in this year's E3, as well as Kingdom Hearts, would have been a bad idea. Because what would have happened is you would have probably built up more hype for FF7R than you would of KH3.
Oh, okay, I'll give you that. Yeah.
Because while Kingdom Hearts is a big franchise,
it's not as big as FF.
FF7R is like their biggest project at the moment. It's the project generating the most hype.
Mm-hmm.
And to announce that at E3 would be detrimental to Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, I
like
can see that.
just in the way of hype. So I'm glad they didn't. If we did, it would have been great because we'd have got more information on it. But it would have been bad for marketing Kingdom Hearts.
Mm-hmm.
But what we needed was Marvel. Marvel should have been there for definite. Like, I don't know why they didn't put anything in it. Even if it was just the trailer that we got 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And telling us how the gameplay is going to work. They don't need to show us any gameplay footage or anything. They can just give us their concept.
Some kind of
Yeah.
well
Like, just talk us through what they're thinking. you know.
But instead, we got nothing.
But we'll be keeping an eye out in the news for Marvel. But they've got other stuff going on through E3, so who knows, we might get something then.
Yeah.
Anyway, that is us for the Gaming Kin podcast. That was day 2 of E3 and Square Enix's presentation from day 3. And yeah, overall, Bethesda's been amazing. We're split on Microsoft, and we both feel that Square was lacking.
Oh yeah.
However, the things that we got from Square, like what we got regarding Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Just Cause 4, and Kingdom Hearts 3, was good enough to make me happy about it at least.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
It needed more, but I'm happy with what I got.
Yeah.
I just want more.
So basically, it's a fancy restaurant.
It's essentially a fancy restaurant versus an all-you-can-eat buffet.
Yeah, and considering how I look right now, I go for the buffet.
Yeah, well,
especially if I'm getting fed by Todd Howard.
It's E3, so yeah, definitely it should be a buffet. But
definitely.
I'm happy with what I got. I wanted more, but I can't have everything, so.
Say la vie.
Anyway, I've been Jack. This has been Mark.
Hi and bye.
And remember, there's always room for you here at Gaming Kin if you want to be our friend. Stay safe out there.
rising out of the pit. I can make out a small beam of light against a mirror. What's that? There's a jet of flame springing from the mirror and it leaps right at the advancing men. It strikes them head on. Lord, they're turning into flames. The whole field's caught by the woods, the barns, the gas tanks with the automobiles spreading everywhere. It's coming this way now, about 20 yards.